What's up, everybody? CJ here, aka Ham Sanity. Welcome to a stream. It's been a few days, I know, but just got home from college, getting back into the swing of this backbreaker thing. Today, we have the Philadelphia Bone Collectors at home versus the San Antonio Scorpions. So, D-League action. This is the last game of Week 6. And yeah, that's basically it for the intro. The Scorpions are 3-2 on the season. The Bone Collectors have 2 wins, 2 losses, and a tie. And like I said, Bone Collectors are the home team. Neither of these teams have any real big injuries. The Bone Collectors for like the last 2 weeks have been playing with a hurt punter, but they signed a free agent punter finally. I don't remember his name, but yeah, that's basically it. Nothing really too crazy. Hold on, I'm supposed to be set to the D end. I don't know why I wasn't. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. There was a kickoff. Here's the first down play. They hand it off to Malcolm Smith. He's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, picking up a good 5 yards, and he is not fumbling. Nice gain on first down. Good to see him running. He's one of the better backs in the D-League. The opponent, though, the Bone Collectors, they probably have the fastest halfback in the league, Hamza Dinkins. And with him being on the user team, the home team, which always gets usered, you can expect him to probably get a decent amount of touches, even though I'm not really calling the plays. I kind of just call whatever play they give me. And Tebow goes down Buscara with the sack. So nice defensive play, Buscara. I think he plays... He's the end, yeah. The right end just unblocked. That left tackle didn't have enough speed. 3rd and 9. So there's a sack by the defense right there. Sets up a 3rd down. Let's see how the Scorpions play this. They're number 2 right now in the league in record at 3-2. Here's a pass to the flats. Negative 4-yard throw from Tebow to Malcolm Smith. But like I was saying, the Scorpions are 3-2. And if they win this game, of course, they'll be 4-2, which will tie them in first place with the San Fran Savages. So failed 3rd down conversion, and they're set to punt. Punting this away to the dangerous Hamza Dinkins. I know he's got a few return touchdowns under his belt this season, making everybody miss. And finally goes down. So decent punt return there. Just a minute into this game, Bone Collectors going to get their first possession. They go Hamza Dinkins up the middle, gain of 2. So here's the 2nd and 8 after the short run. On 2nd down, Jared Fogel looking to throw, and he's got a completion to Felix Jeremy. Jeremy's actually one of their better targets at the tight end spot. One of the better targets in the passing game on this team. The receivers haven't necessarily had standout seasons. So first down through the air. Here, Dinkins only going to gain 1 yard. This O-line isn't... This whole season, the O-line for Dinkins hasn't been able to create any openings. Here's the 2nd and 9 play. Fogel's going to throw. Fogel with so much time in the pocket and had an open guy. That's Saavedra. And that's overthrown. So Fogel inaccurate here. Now 3rd and 9. Here's the 3rd down play. Fogel's going to throw. Fogel is going to run. Fogel breaking some tackles. Fogel headed for the first down marker. He's got it. Jared Fogel is not necessarily an athletic quarterback. His bias, I don't even think is mobile. I think it's balanced. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a pretty solid run here by the QB. Really thought he was going to get sacked. Honestly, there was a decent amount of pressure coming. Spins out from 2 sacks. Had a guy holding on to him. Wooten had a grab on him. But he slips it and then doesn't have that breakaway speed. But he's in the D-League and he's able to outrun some linebackers, some linemen. Just enough. First down on 3rd. Nice conversion on the run there from Fogel. Bone Collector's doing a decent job marching here. Here's a good block, a good nice play up the middle for Dinkins. He got a block. That's all he can ask for. He turned that into a 8-yard carry. Just ran straight, nothing special. Great blocking. 2nd and 2. Here's the handoff left side. Dinkins with some space. Dinkins makes defenders miss, and he's in the end zone. 16-yard touchdown run. Hamza Dinkins. Now, he's been tearing it up in the receiving game, and even in the kick return game, he's been really good. Kick return, punt return. But running the ball, he's doing good on the year, like decent compared to other backs. But he's not having like an explosive season like we expected through the first half of the season. So this game this is the beginning of the second half of the season for both of these teams because it's week 6. So maybe he can have a better second half. They just go left side, off tackle, makes one defender miss. Touchdown, Bone Collectors. So Bone Collectors take the lead here early. Extra point is good. The score is now 7-0. Philadelphia is beating San Antonio. Now they're going to kick it back off to San Antonio. Here that is. Landon John kicks it away. I think that's Eric. Rose is actually hurt for the Scorpions. They have a replacement. Oh, no, that was Rose. Oh, yeah, Rose is hurt. He's playing through the injury. He's the 5th string receiver, so he doesn't go in that often. They don't really care. It's a minor injury for the Scorpions. Anyways, here's their second possession. Tebow, all the time you could ever need in the pocket, throws a strike to Malcolm. No, not Malcolm Smith. Arthur Schur, that's the 2nd string halfback. He's having a pretty decent season considering he's a 2nd string. Catching some passes. He's made some nice runs too. There's a nice grab. Over 20 yards. First and 10. Not Bone Collector. Scorpions. Tebow quickly out to the right. That's a catch. 18 yards to Connor Randall. That man is the leading receiver for the Scorpions. So Bone Collector's moving the ball. Sorry, I keep getting them confused. The Scorpions moving the ball through the air here on this possession. Let's see if they stick to it. No, they're going to go run. Open space for Smith. Picks up a decent gain of 4. They went counter right. The blocking was great up front initially. It was actually the corner. Connor Randall had a problem blocking that corner, and the corner came through. 2nd and 6 after the decent run. Tebow looking to throw, goes right. That's another catch for Connor Randall. 11 yards this time, and they move the chains. They didn't show us what happened, so we'll take a quick look at it. Here's Randall, lined up right side. Looks like man. Yeah, it's man coverage. It runs a slant route. Oh, almost scored a touchdown. Just had to slip one tackle. But he does go down, and they'll have the ball on the 11. First and 10 from the 11. They flip the play, move the receiver from the left to the right. Tebow throws. That's a touchdown. Ethan York, the tight end who a lot of teams were sleeping on early in the season because he actually was the team's receiving leader for a few weeks. And there he is with the touchdown. Nice grab. And there was some contact there. Good job to hang on to it. Big, strong tight end. Touchdown. Scorpions. So here it is one more time. They flip the play. They bring him over to the left side. Oh, there's nothing but field over there. That's kind of smart. He runs, well, almost over there. Almost over there. And just throw it up. One-on-one with the safety. Makes the grab. Safety hits the ball, but nice strength. Hangs onto it. And touchdown for San Antonio. So they tie this game up relatively quickly after getting the score. Or after they were scored on. And Alon Santa Claus knocks the extra point too. We're all tied up 7-7 here in Philadelphia. In this game between San Antonio Scorpions and the Philadelphia Bone Collectors. Santa Claus, Alon Santa Claus with the kick. Kicks it off to Hamza Dinkins. He's going to reverse field. This might be pretty smart. This might work out for him. He's got open field. Hamza Dinkins on the kick return. Will they catch him? No, they will not. Hamza Dinkins is too fast. 87-yard kick return touchdown. I don't know what the number is, but I can guarantee you that is not his first on the season. We're not even going to watch their replay. We're going to watch our own replay because this is impressive. Where's he at? Okay, here he is. So he's just so fast that he knew, come over here, immediately turned around, reverse field. One juke gets two people. Another juke, another juke. He made about 6 people miss with about 3 jukes. Too much speed and too much agility. He's nice and shifty, and he's got the speed. If he had a decent O-line, he could be the leader in rushing yards. And then we still got half the season to go. So he might finish the season in at least, competing for most rushing yards. It just depends. We'll see. Anyways, after that touchdown, score is 14-7. Philadelphia is beating San Antonio. And here's the kickoff. Scorpions really need to try and respond here. After giving up the big play, that's always an exciting play to watch the kick return go for a touchdown. Tebow takes the snap, looking, throws. Ethan York with the grab, 8 yards through contact. So he had the touchdown on the last drive. Here, they throw it to him on the first play and more contact after the catch, but he hangs on. Really nice catch. 2nd and 2. Here's the 2nd down play. I form. Tebow takes it. Fakes the handoff. Going deep. Right side. Incomplete, intended for Connor Randall. It was one-on-one. Connor Randall with the corner. He had it. Oh, that's not the coverage. I'm sorry. That's all Connor Randall. Look, let me show you who's in front of Connor Randall. Who's in front of him? Nobody. This is one-on-one. He gets past the corner. This is an easy touchdown, really. Has it in his hands. And a little bit of contact, and he just loses the ball. Maybe it slipped out. Not sure, but they really wanted him to hang on to that grab, because if he does, easy touchdown. 3rd and 2, though. Come out with 3 backs. Tebow quickly throwing this one, and he got a 7-yard completion to Randall for the first down. So pressure came quickly, but Tebow looking very calm under pressure. But it's pretty easy to be calm when your best receiver is wide open. They didn't give you the best angle. I'll show you this again. They're going to run Connor Randall. He's on the left side now. They're going to run him a slant. And they're 10 yards off. No one's even close. It's really easy to be calm under pressure when you got open receivers. So nice throw and catch. 1st down for San Antonio. Tim Tebow under center, taking the snap. Some pressure, but throws another completion to Connor Randall on a slant route. Did they just run the same play twice? They might have. And why not? It worked. He's open. He ran over a linebacker. Breaks the tackle. Got hit pretty hard there. But they moved the chains. Another first down. This looks like this game could have a lot to do with offense. This could be a very high-powered scoring game. At least it's trending that way. And Tim Tebow completes this one out to one of his backs. I didn't see which one. I think that's Malcolm Smith. Oh, no, that's Ethan York. That's the tight end. 3-yard grab. He caught that, I think, behind the line of scrimmage. So good job to make something out of nothing. 2nd and 7. Tim Tebow's 9 for 10 throwing in this game. Tebow's going to throw right side. It's caught 8 yards. I think that's Randall again. Yeah, there he is, Connor Randall. Let's go to the Connor Randall cam. This time lined up right side. Just going to run a comeback route. Nice. Oh, he got hit hard. Nice. A comeback. Makes the grab. Nice throw. Oh, my gosh. Look at that hit. Look at his head. Where did it go? His neck would be completely broken if this game had any injuries. Wow. That was crazy. Okay. Anyways, we don't do injuries based off of what happens on the field, though. We could, but I kind of decided not to. Just let the injuries be based off of a more random thing. Anyways, they hand it off here, Malcolm Smith, and he picks up 8. So Malcolm Smith, all of his carries have gone for more than 5 yards so far, and they've only handed it to him 3 times. Maybe they need to give him a few more touches. Good run up the middle, picking up 8. Leads to a 2nd and 2. Tebow gonna play fake. Throwing. That's a catch. Ethan York picking up 10 more yards. They don't have any big catches this game, any big passing plays, but they've got it done with the little short stuff. I think their biggest pass is 20 yards or 21, which isn't necessarily like a short yardage play, but I'm just saying a majority of these grabs are not deep down the field like we see some teams do. They're just trying to get first downs on top of first downs, and it's working so far. Here's Tebow throwing quickly. Another catch for Connor Randall. That's his 6th of the game. So in that same comeback route, and he kind of ran through that defender. Good job after the catch to get a few extra yards. 2nd and 1. So 2nd and very manageable. They only have 1 back. And they're going to hand it to him. He makes a juke to the left and goes nowhere. So Malcolm Smith can't find an opening. And now they're looking at a 3rd down. Wasn't a bad idea to juke right there. 3rd and 1. This is a big play for the Bone Collectors defense if they can get a stop here. Tebow hands off, and he gets 2 yards, so he just got it. Nice play. They hand it to Malcolm Smith. He runs behind the blockers. Let's look and see what happened here. They just go right up the middle with a dive, and yeah, ball definitely crossed before he was down. 1st down, Scorpions. So 1st and goal now from the 3-yard line. Basically have 3 chances to go 3 yards for this touchdown. Shouldn't be that hard, but on 1st down, they lose a yard. They go to the ground game here in the red zone, and nothing. He just ran into his own lineman. There was nowhere to go. 2nd and goal. They're going to shift York over from the right side of the line to the left. Here's the snap. Tebow's throwing. Tebow throws, and incomplete. He had Arthur Schur wide open in the end zone. out of the backfield, but he was off target. Here it is again. Watch this guy right here. Arthur Schur, second string halfback. He's going to just run an angle route. There he is. And he is wide open. There's no one close. Wide open. Tebow throws it way behind him. He even tried to slow down. But so, yeah, Tebow had a touchdown right there. Off target. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. They come out jumbo set like they're on the goal line. And they're going to pass. They throw it. It's a catch. Touchdown to Ethan York. They tie the game up. That's Ethan York's second touchdown pretty early in the second quarter. So second touchdown of the first half. He is responsible for all of their points. Here is Ethan York. Inside tied in on the right side. And just runs to the back of the end zone. Look at that contact. Lots of contact. It doesn't even matter. Tebow gets this over one defender. York breaks off another defender. Nice job to stay on his feet through the contact. Makes the grab. Both feet are down. Touchdown, San Antonio Scorpions. So after this extra point, this game should be all tied up. And we might have an offsides. Yep. Encroachment. I accidentally knocked down one of the D linemen. They declined the penalty, I guess, being nice. Not exactly sure. And here's the extra point. It's up. It's good. Alon Santa Claus knocks it through. So after that extra point, we're all tied up 14-14 here in Philadelphia. Bone Collectors versus Scorpions. Last time they kicked it off to this guy, he took him to the house. This time he tries to reverse field again, but he didn't set it up as well, I don't think, and he goes nowhere. They still get to start on the 30. It's not bad. Here's the 1st and 10 play. And a decent run of 5 here by Dinkins. So that's his 5th carry. He has 32 yards. They didn't show a very good replay there. I'll just show you this replay quickly. So, just run up the middle. Got a little bit of a push from his teammates. That's fine. Pick up a 5. Here's the 2nd and 5 play. And quickly into the backfield, he loses those 5 yards that he just gained. That's tough right there. The D end. Is that Tristan Walker? I'm pulling that out of thin air. I have no idea who that is. I'm going to check because that was impressive. That's this guy right here. No, that's Tyson. Where am I getting Tristan Walker from? That's somebody. Anyways, so yeah, here's the blocking. It's good initially, but 76, horrible job picking up this block. And Jude, the second string back, doesn't even pick it up. And he's just wrapped up in the backfield. He has speed, very fast, very agile, but doesn't have as much strength as some other backs. So here's the 3rd and 9 play. They got some motion. They're going to throw here. And Fogel picks up a block in the backfield, gets the completion. That's a 1st down. And then some. Saavedra's still on his feet. Saavedra's going down the sideline. Saavedra making defenders miss. 59 yards. If he doesn't catch another pass in this game, he will be averaging 59 yards in this game, which would be the record. The record for most yards per catch in a game, I believe, is 42. And this is a huge 59-yard grab. So we'll watch this again. Really big play. They're just trying to get the 1st down. It's 3rd and 9. And, well, actually, before we look at that, let's look at this. I just want to show this off. Great job by number 68 here. They're double teaming. Rizzo and Douglas, these linemen are double teaming this guy. And he pulls because this guy, is that Tristan Walker? That is Tristan Walker. There's Tristan Walker. I knew he was on this team. Anyways, Walker's going to break into the backfield unblocked. Great job to pull here. Throw a pancake block. And that's what set this whole play up. Now you've got Saavedra makes the grab down the sideline, makes defenders miss. He's still going. Finally tackled just outside the 10-yard line. Huge play for the Bone Collectors. So that'll set him up 1st and 10 on the 11. And Dinkins in the end zone, 11-yard touchdown run. That's his 2nd touchdown run of the game. 3rd touchdown total. He scored the kick return touchdown earlier. So Dinkins has all of the Bone Collectors touchdowns. And Ethan York, the tight end for the Scorpions, he has both Scorpions touchdowns. So we'll look at this another time. Here's Dinkins, number 41. They hand it to him out of the backfield. The blocking's decent. He cuts it to the left, kind of trips a little bit, but a lot of good blocking, and turns to the right just enough for Jarvis, this safety, to, like, he's tackling him, yes, but he's going to be able to carry his momentum into the end zone, sticking the ball out. Ooh, that's really close. His elbow, it looks like it's down. I don't know. They gave him the touchdown. It's pretty close, so we'll stick with the call. Nice run there by Dinkins. Touchdown, Bone Collectors. They take the lead right back. You talk about back and forth. This game is the epitome of that. Both teams trading touchdowns at this point. I think the real question is who's going to get a stop. So extra point is good. Now here's Landon John kicking off to the Scorpions. Connor Randall back to return this. And he goes down. So the Scorpions will set up their drive at the 34. And they're going to do what they can to tie this game back up again. They've been chasing this whole time. They keep tying the game, but they keep giving up touchdowns. Here's a run. Malcolm Smith double juke to the left. Goes down, but nice gain of 5. So here they gave him a little counter to the inside. And then, oh, what a nice hit. They didn't show us the best replay. We'll look at it one more time. So here's Smith. Yeah, he's going to fake it inside and then go back to the left. Nice jukes. But he got hit pretty hard by number 25. 2nd and 5. Here's the snap. Tebow hands it back to Smith again, and he's going to gain about 3. Setting up 3rd and manageable. So they go counter again. They like the counter runs, and the blocking is pretty decent. Here comes a defensive back, and it's solo one-on-one. Makes the tackle. 3rd and 3. Here's a 3rd down play. They come out jumbo set. No receivers. And Tebow rolls out of the pocket, bought himself some time, and throws a strike 30 yards to Ethan York. Nice gain. And I want to show you, I mean, they didn't show us any replay, but I want to show you the mobility Tebow showed off. He did a pretty decent job. So he takes the snap. A lot of people in coverage. So he's going to let the play develop a little bit. Good blocking up front. Initially, then here comes D tackle. And he just takes off a little bit to the right, extends the play. Still moving, so not crazy mobility, but it's a computer. And then throws this up. Look at this. There's 6 people, 6 defenders. Okay, it turns into about 2, or maybe 3 or 4. There's pretty much 4 players around this pass, and he put it in a place where his tight end had a pretty good chance at it. Nice grab, but maybe some poor coverage. Either way, a nice gain of 30, and that's going to move the chains, of course, and set them up in pretty decent position. Malcolm Smith breaks a tackle after the handoff, breaks another tackle, still on his feet, 17-yard run. So really nice run here from Malcolm Smith. This offense is looking pretty nice. They're going to go, this play is called bunch stretch. No, it's not. This is a different play. This is just an inside zone handoff. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Gets a pancake block from a receiver. Breaks another tackle, putting his shoulder into players. Look at Malcolm Smith. Now he's got some open field. Puts his head down again. Breaks this tackle. Still on his feet. wrapped up from behind, and he carried him for a little bit. Finally tackled. Solid run there from Malcolm Smith. And now they're going to be inside the red zone down around the 10-yard line. They go back to Smith. Smith with some blocking. He got absolutely creamed. We're going to have to watch that again. He got destroyed on this run. Picks up 3, so not a bad carry. But he got lit up. He got hit pretty hard. Let's look at this again. They go counter. They like running the counter. Blocking is good initially. He's got a bunch of openings. He puts his head down, and he's kind of in the air off his feet and picked up and slammed. I'll show it to you at speed. He got picked up and slammed. I guess he didn't get as hard as I thought he did. He still got hit pretty good, though. Either way, 2nd and 7. We just hit the 2-minute warning. The score is still 21-14. Bone Collectors beating Scorpions. And here's a throw. Incomplete. Tebow hit as he let this one go. The pressure got there very quickly, and it didn't count as a fumble. It looked like he was throwing the ball forward. So, incomplete pass, 3rd and 7. Tebow's going to throw again. Tebow going to Malcolm Smith. He's going to pick up 3 yards through the air, and that's bringing up 4th down. So, they're going to have to settle for a field goal. There's Tebow's stats. Really high completion percentage. 15 for 18. No interceptions. 2 touchdowns. 150 yards. That's pretty good performance from Tebow here in this first half. But this possession, the performance wasn't good enough. Malcolm Smith can't do anything with that pass. They're looking at a 4th down. Timeout is called by the Bone Collectors. They want as much time on the clock as they can get when they get the ball after this field goal. And this kick is up. It's good. Alon Santa Claus knocks it through. Very short field goal, 25 yards. Easy money. Knock it down. Now it's a 4-point game. So score after the field goal, 21-17. Philadelphia is beating San Antonio. But they have to kick off to the dangerous Dinkins. Dinkins tried to make something happen there, but ends up getting tackled by the first tackler. They'll still set up on the 29. They come out in the jumbo set. So both of these teams showing that they want that jumbo set. And here's a run to the outside. Dinkins showing off the speed. Finally gets wrapped up. He didn't even get touched for the first 10 yards of this play. Picks up 11. So a nice solid gain of 11. That's a good run. Let's look at this again. They're going to hand it off to the left side, and he's got a one-on-one with the linebacker, and he's just going to run around him. Linebacker doesn't have the speed. Nice 11-yard gain, moves the chains on 1st down, brings up 1st and 10. Dinkins finding an opening, picks up 6. So they went counter to the right, and some decent pressure by Tristan Walker off the edge, but he bounces it back to the inside and gets a solid gain, 2nd and 4. So here's the 2nd down play. And Fogel with time finds a wide open Felix Jeremy. Jeremy, not the shiftiest, only makes one guy miss. He tried to get all 3 of them with the same juke. But wide open, great pass blocking. Fogel finds his man. And that's going to be a nice gain through the air to Felix Jeremy. They're not calling their timeouts. I guess they like what's going on the field. 1st and 10 from the 31. They come out 4 wide. They're looking to throw. And he's going to go to the check down to Wilbur. Wilbur tries to get to the sideline, makes it 2nd and inches. Nice gain of 10. Fogel's only thrown 5 passes, but he has 121 yards. Only 4 completions. It's a very high yards per attempt. And that was a pretty nice run. A pretty smart play. Just throw it to the flats, to the check down, and get a decent chunk of yards. Here's 2nd and inches. with the clock stopped at 40 seconds. Foggle's going to throw this to Dinkins. Dinkins hits the edge. Dinkins with the juke. Dinkins, touchdown. Hamza Dinkins. That's his 4th total touchdown today. He had 2 rushing touchdowns and a return touchdown. That's his first receiving touchdown on the day. But man, this dude is the team. So much speed, so shifty. Here's the replay. They're just going to give him a simple screenplay. And blocking is good downfield. He's able to use 2 blocks from linemen that pulled. That was really nice. And then jukes out this defender. Too fast for the rest of them. Could have taken it another 10, 15, maybe 20 yards. Easy touchdown for Dinkins and the Bone Collectors. They take this lead and extend it by 7 more points. After this extra point, the score should be 28-17. That's an 11-point lead. Extra point is good. So that is our score now, 28-17. Philadelphia up against San Antonio. So I said earlier, it's a game of back and forth, and I was curious to see if one of these defenses, or maybe both, would start picking it up. And the Bone Collectors did enough to get a stop. It wasn't a complete stop. Scorpions did score, but it was only a field goal. So they prevented a touchdown, and they came out and still scored a touchdown. So put those 2 things together, and that's a pretty decent way to wrap up this second half. There's still 27 seconds, so still plenty of time. Tebow throwing, flag down. It's going to be interference. Derek McGehee. Yeah, that's a good call. He wasn't even going for the ball. Tebow throws it up to Ethan York. A lot of contact. And he was playing the receiver there. Good call. Move the chains. Here's the 1st and 10 play. Malcolm Smith looked like he was going to get wrapped up behind the line, but ends up breaking through and picking up a yard. Timeout called by San Antonio. 2nd and 9. San Antonio still has 2 timeouts left, but there's only 21 seconds. Tebow puts some air under this throw, right side. Is that a catch? It's not a catch. It's a touchdown. Connor Randall, 55-yard bomb. He did what he did earlier, except he hung on to the ball. The one-on-one between Connor Randall and whoever that first-string corner is on the right side, it's no match. It's one-on-one man coverage. He's just going to – you're too slow. You're too slow. He just outruns this entire defense. 55-yard grab for Connor Randall. And they're going for 2, which makes sense if they do get a conversion, which they don't. This pass is incomplete. If they have the conversion, it would be a 3-point game. So not a horrible idea. It's still a 5-point game now after the failed 2-point conversion. 28-23. Here's the kickoff with very little time left. And Dinkins tries to reverse field. Doesn't work out for him. He was actually tackled by Alon Santa Claus. That's the kicker. Tackled by the kicker. 9 seconds on the clock. And Fogel taking the snap out of the shotgun. He's got a man. Hornsby making a few defenders miss. 33-yard gain. There's 1 second on the clock. Will they get the clock stopped? There's a timeout, so I think they did. Yeah, they got the clock stopped with 1 second. Let's look at this play from Hornsby again. Hornsby is the second. No, he's either 3rd or 4th. Yeah, he's the 3rd string receiver, and pretty nice route. Totally burns the defense. Nice chunk of 33. And they're at the 40. Let's see if they're going to bring out the field goal unit. This is a really long field goal. I believe this is a 60-yarder. And I don't see Landon John making this. This would be really tough. But we'll see. I think that, yeah, that's going to be way too short. Way too short. Returnable in the end zone by Connor Randall. He returns it, but it doesn't matter. The time expires. And that's going to be it for the first half. The score is 28-23, so a real high-scoring first half. Bone Collectors on top. Here's the team stats. We'll check out the player stats at the end of the game. If you care about these halftime stats, go ahead and pause the video. If not, let's go ahead and jump into this second half. So here's the kickoff. Scorpions are going to kick off to the Bone Collectors to open up this half. And Dinkins takes off one way, runs the other way. Just grabbed from behind. They're going to start on the 25. If Tristan Walker didn't make that tackle, that could have been another touchdown. Either way, now it's 1st and 10 from the 25. They hand it off to Jude. That's his first carry, but he loses a yard. So after the -1 yard run on first, looking at 2nd and 11. Drop back throw. Here's a throw right side. It's a catch by Kaminsky. And picks up 16 yards on the post route. He was pretty open. That route works very well against zone coverage in this game. The defense runs zone coverage. They actually ran a cover 3. There's no way that linebacker's catching any receiver. First down, Bone Collectors. Snap with the ball on the 40. Dinkins tries and goes nowhere. On first down. So they hand it to Dinkins up the middle. Nothing doing. Here's the 2nd and 10 play. And same thing. Actually, no. He loses a yard. They go to Dinkins. Try to run it up the middle. There's no openings for Dinkins. And he goes nowhere. 3rd and 11. Fogel looking to throw. Fogel doesn't move. Stays in the pocket. Throws a strike. Nice accuracy to Kaminsky, but really good coverage over the top by whoever that safety is. I believe that's Lamar Power. Yeah, that's Lamar Power the 3rd. Absolutely crushing Kaminsky on that throw. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So the Scorpions get a stop. Good for them. They haven't had one of those in a while. Connor Randall returns the punt to around the 40-yard line. So if you're the Scorpions, you got the stop you need. Now let's get some points on the board. Maybe take the lead. They pitch it left and fumble, but he recovers his own fumble. Malcolm Smith dropped the ball for about half a second, but picks his own fumble right back up. And that's going to be still a loss, though. They end up losing a yard. 2nd and 11 after the -1 yard run. They go Ethan York, and he gets speared in the back. There's Tebow's stats, 205 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 5 incomplete passes, and no interceptions. Tebow's having a really nice game. Third and 11. Tebow takes a snap. It's a draw play to Malcolm Smith. Malcolm Smith, decent gain of 4, but third and long. You don't need to. I don't like the call. They try to go draw, and I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard. It's not a horrible idea, but it's just, I don't know. They've had decent success running, but it's not like they've had a really good day running. Either way, the failed 3rd down conversion brings up 4th and 8, and they're going to punt it right back to the team that just punted to them. Dinkins ends up going out of bounds. Decent return there. Using his shiftiness to add some extra yardage onto that. He'll get to the 41. After that punt return, they hand it right back to him. He's got some open space. He breaks this run off. He breaks some more. He makes another tackler miss. Touchdown. 59-yard rushing touchdown for Hamza Dinkins. That is his 5th touchdown in this game. We're not even going to try to watch that replay. It's not going to have near what we want. Here's what we want. Hamza Dinkins. So this is going to be a dive play to the right. And the blocking is so good on the left. He just says, oh, okay, I'll go left. That's fine. Goes to the open space. Nice blocking right here on the outside by this receiver, Saavedra. Jukes out a defender. Lamar Power got him missing. Headed down the sideline. Throw another juke at him. Jukes out this defender. Nobody else is going to be fast enough to catch him. 59-yard run. That's explosive. Hamza Dinkins adds to this lead, and after this extra point, should be looking at a 12-point game. And yeah, we are. Landon John knocks it through. Extra point, good. He did miss the field goal earlier, but I believe it was a 60-yard field goal. So I wouldn't really put that past him. I don't think any kicker in the D-League could be able to make that kick that he took. Anyways, after the touchdown from Dinkins, they kick it off to the Scorpions, and down 12 points, San Antonio Scorpions. Still enough time in this game to come back, but they probably need to try and start their comeback on this possession. Let's see what they do. Tebow fakes the counter, throws it to the right, and I think that's a catch. Yeah, Connor Randall, 28 more yards. He had a 55-yard catch for a touchdown earlier, actually right before halftime. And here, he gets hit pretty hard, but does a nice job, hangs on to the ball. So 1st and 10 after the nice throw down the field from Tebow to Randall. And they're going to go Malcolm Smith. He's going to lose a yard. So they try to hand it to Malcolm Smith. On the draw play, headed to the right, and an arm tackle really brought him back. And that's going to set up 2nd and 11. Tebow takes the snap. Tebow steps up, throws, and incomplete. I think he actually hit a receiver in the hands. This might not be Tebow's fault. Let's see. Going for his main man, Ethan York. Oh, yeah, that's just a drop. Nobody touched him. A little contact before the throw, but he could have hung on to that football. So now they're looking at 3rd and 11. They come out 4 wide. Tebow gonna throw. He does so towards the sideline, 2 yards, and that's not gonna be enough. 4th and 9 now. And this time, Tebow just had to go to the check down because he was about to get sacked. Brings up 4th down. So now they're going to punt this ball away, punt it back. And this could seal the deal if the Bone Collectors can find another way to score. I don't think they need another way. I think it's this man right here, Hamza Dinkins. He can make anybody miss. He's got some sideline and really nice punt return. Taking it to the 45-yard line. So a really nice run there. First down handoff. Goes for a yard. Handoff to Jude, the 2nd string back. So now they're looking at 2nd and 9. And they go right back to Jude on this counter play. And picks up 8, so he's a yard short. Third and 1 after the nice run. They hand it to Dinkins. He can't get it. He loses a yard. So Dinkins, who's averaging, well, before that carry, he was averaging over 10 yards a carry. They go draw, or they go dive, actually, and he can't get it. He had a little opening to the left, but wasn't able to hit it. And that's going to bring up 4th and short, 4th and 2. So they don't score. They are going to punt it away. So the Scorpions definitely still in this game. Now the Scorpions will take over from the 24-yard line, looking at a 1st and 10. Tebow gonna throw. Big play, 24 yards. Looked like he could have got more, but he does get wrapped up. Throws it to Connor Randall, who has been absolutely tearing it up on the right side in this game. Here it is again. He's gonna run a just streak right down the field. Oh, what is this? Runs a streak down the field. Look at number 40 here, Harrow. Look at this horrible defense he plays. Doesn't play the ball or the receiver. He literally falls down. What are you doing? You got bailed out so bad by number 32 here, Ruby. Hip checking Randolph. If Ruby wasn't over the top, then that wasn't about to work out for you. Here they run it to Malcolm Smith. They get a yard. Looking at 2nd and 9. Their running hasn't really been as efficient as the Bone Collectors. So here's the 2nd and 9 play. Tebow takes the snap. He's going to throw. Immediately sacked by Derek McGehee. So nice play by McGehee getting into the backfield, picking up that sack. Now they're looking at 3rd and 14. Not a good place to be, down 12 points. Tebow stepping up, avoiding the sack, throws a strike to Allison for the 1st down. I do believe that's Allison. I could be getting the receiver wrong. Yeah, that's Allison, 3rd string receiver. I forgot to watch the replay, but you saw what happened. Nice gain, picking up the 1st down. Tebow going to hand to Smith, who gets totally obliterated in the backfield, losing 5. Look at that hit in the backfield. Second and 15 after the negative 5-yard run from Smith. Tebow pitches it just as he's hitting. Smith had to break a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Turned it into a 3-yard run, but this play got blown up. Look at Tebow got hit as he pitched it. Malcolm Smith absolutely trucks the defender. We'll have to watch that again because of the truck. Malcolm Smith showing off the strength here. Bam. Oh my goodness. Absolutely baptized number 59. Third and 12. Third and 12. Here's the throw. Left side. It's caught for a 1st down to Connor Randall. That's his 10th catch of the day. We're only in quarter number 3. What a play. Watch this. Only receiver on the field. He's going to run. Catch this. First of all, this ball's thrown high. He has to go up into the air to catch this. Gets hit as he catches it. Just gets the first down, falling across the marker. I'm going to show you that hit at speed one more time, though. So third quarter comes to an end. The score is 35-23. Philadelphia is beating San Antonio. And now we're headed into the fourth quarter. San Antonio does have the ball, so they still have a chance to do some damage, cut into this lead. Here's the throw. It's a catch. No, it's a drop. Initially caught, then a little bit of coverage. Yeah, pretty decent coverage over the top. Wraps him up. I think he actually hit the ball out, punched it out. It's going to be incomplete. Looking at 2nd and 10. Tebow going to throw this drive. They've pulled out some nice plays. And where was he going with that pass? They're not going to show who he threw it to because it wasn't even close. See how I just cut away? Look at this. There's one receiver on the left side. I believe his name's Fletcher. Okay, yeah. They bring a tight end over, but the tight end's blocking. And this is the only receiver on the left side. Who are you throwing that to, buddy? That's incredibly off target, Tim. Tim Tebow, other than a few throws, has had a really good game though, throwing the ball. Here's 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And throws it to his man out of the backfield, Malcolm Smith, just enough. Nice run. Picks up the first down. Malcolm Smith looked pretty speedy, looked pretty fast on that play. And I'm not saying that he normally looks slow, but I mean, he's a better than average back, I would say, in the D League. Just never really picture him as like that super speedy guy, but really speedy on that play. And shifty with the juke. Nice play, picks up the first down. So they move the chains once again. This drive is seeming to take them a lot of plays. They handed Smith. He's wrapped up, losing 3. McGehee got into the backfield, got a hand on him, and I think number 94, I'm not sure who that is, he helped out a little bit, but that was all Derek McGehee. 2nd and 13. So Tebow's going to throw. Tebow left side. That's a completion. And 4-yard gain to Eric York. York, that's his 7th grab of the day for 70 yards. He's had a solid day at the tight end spot. Wrapped up pretty quickly here, though, by number 25. 25 with that wrap-up tackle. He's had some nice tackles today. I'm not even sure who that is. Let me check real quick. Enzo Mendoza. Yeah, it's Mendoza. Decent tackler in this game. 3rd and 3, they're throwing. It's a catch, and they don't get it. 6 yards, so they can't move the chains on 3rd down. They marched so well, got some nice plays this whole drive, but this defense is bending but doesn't break. They're going to have to settle for a field goal. At this point in the game, it's still early in the 4th, so I understand the field goal, but it's got to be a little bit frustrating. You had some really nice plays, and you have to settle for 3. Alon Santa Claus knocks the field goal through. I think it's at 28 yards. So a pretty short field goal. And that's going to make it a 9-point game. So still 2-possession game. They onside kick it. That's pretty early for an onside kick. Hamza Dinkins returns this kick. He tried to reverse field on him like he did in the first half, but not able to do anything. They're still going to start at the 48 because it was an onside kick. And let's see what the Bone Collectors do. I expect some runs. They hand it off to Jude. 2nd string halfback. Lines up at fullback a lot. Not a bad run. He gained about 3. Here's a 2nd down play. 2nd and 7. They're burning a little bit of clock here. Kind of makes sense. Nice double-digit, not double-digit, but 2-possession lead. And he's only going to gain a yard here. So not a whole lot doing on that run. Here's the 3rd and 6 play. Foggle's going to throw. Foggle's going to run. Foggle's got some space. Foggle's got the first down and then some, picking up 8, and he stayed in bounds. The clock's going to keep moving. That's his 2nd run that he's taken off for today where he's gotten some decent yardage. Let's look at it one more time. Actually, I'll just stick with this cam. He's looking. Can't find anything. And look, the whole right side of the field is wide open. Just look at it. And everyone's covered up pretty well, so why not run? Even if you're not the fastest quarterback, still got enough speed to outrun some defensive linemen, defensive ends, linebackers, D tackles, all that good stuff. And that's going to be 1st and 10. Nice 3rd down conversion. And he throws a strike to Saavedra for 6 yards. So that's only his 2nd catch. I said earlier, as long as he doesn't catch any more passes today, he'll have the record for most yards per attempt in a game because he had a 59-yard grab earlier. But he makes that catch, and so he will not hold the record after this game. Anyways, 2nd and 4 coming up now after the throw to the left side. Looks like the Bone Collectors are going to burn a little bit more clock. Perfectly smart, makes sense. And they try to go Dinkins, and he loses too. He had a 59-yard run earlier, so his stats are looking pretty nice on the game. But these last few runs he's had, well, they've all kind of looked like that. Nowhere to go. They're going up the middle. He needs space to the outside. They need to find him space to the outside. They're doing a not very good job of play calling here. And so now it's 3rd and 6 after the run that goes backwards. Burn a little bit of clock here, and now Dinkins is going to get the ball. He's got an okay opening, picks up 4 yards, but they're 2 yards short of the marker, 4th and 2. I think they're in field goal range with this kicker. I'm not sure. Their kicker is Landon John. I do believe he can hit from here. I think that's a 48-yard field goal. Or 48, I think is... Yeah, we'll see. They're actually going to let the 2-minute warning hit before they kick this field goal. Might as well. They burned a decent amount of time off the clock there. Up 2 possessions. They're going to put, if they can make this field goal, straight on field goal with the wind behind them. Yeah, Landon John, he made it barely, but he put it through from 48 yards. I say barely. I want to look. It looked kind of close. Let's look at the ball. So here's the replay of the field goal, just because it looked like it might have been kind of close. There's the kick. It looked kind of low. Wow. Okay, that's not horribly close, but I mean, it's not that deep, really. He didn't kick it that far. He could have gone 50, maybe 53, 54 yards. Anyways, he makes the field goal. Landon John knocks it through. That extends his lead to a 12-point lead, 38-26. So they're back on top by 12. That's only 2 possessions if they can score 2 back-to-back touchdowns. But that's the key. They're going to have to score a touchdown, kick an onside, and then get it back and score another touchdown. Minute 51 left in this game. San Antonio is behind. San Antonio, if they lose this game, they'll fall to 3-3. If they win, though, they'll actually be tied for first. Here's the throw, completion to York. York absolutely runs over us. I think that's a safety. Yeah, it's a safety. Absolutely runs over number 40, but number 40 does a good job of wrapping him up, bringing him down. They do move the chains, though. Here's the timeout called. 1st and 10 from the 44 after the nice gain through the air. Quick throw to his halfback, and he's going to lose 3. So Malcolm Smith hasn't really had a whole lot of success through the air today on these catches. He did have a first down. He did have one 11-yard catch. Other than that, I think all the rest of the catches are like very short gains or negative yards. So after the negative 3-yard pass, it's looking at 2nd and 13. Tebow throws incomplete. I didn't actually see what happened too well here. I gotta watch this replay quickly. Okay, they're trying to throw a screen here. Oh, he threw this one directly into the dirt. It might have slipped on him. You do see that happen sometimes in this game. Maybe the pressure was coming and he was like, I just gotta get rid of it. I don't know. He got absolutely lit up though. 3rd and 13. Takes the snap. Got some time. Finds a man. That's Eric. No, Ethan. Wow, I was going to say Eric, then I was going to say Evan. But that's Ethan York. With the grab. Picks up the first down. Nice play there by the Scorpions. Move the chains. Down at the 28. Trying to cut into the lead. There's a throw from Tebow right side. It's another completion to York. Ethan York. They're going to spike this here. I could hit the quarterback right there. That's a little bit cheesy, though. I try not to do that. They spike it, and they're looking at 3rd and 3. They have no timeouts left, and they're down 12. So definitely need a touchdown. 5 wide. He's throwing. It's caught. 8 yards by Collier. Collier made that grab. Once again, they're going to spike this. Tebow spikes it. 2nd and 10. And here's the throw. Incomplete. He had him in. And that's not on Tebow. That's his 2nd time. We've seen a drop. And I think it's the same guy who dropped it. Yeah, Ethan York. He's had a lot of targets today. That hit him right in the hands. That's just a drop. Should have got the first down, maybe even a touchdown. Instead, drops the ball. Now it's 3rd and 10. And Tebow goes down on 3rd down. They credit Saxon with the sack, but he got sacked by 2 different players. That's the 3rd time Tebow's gone down today. They tried to go screen, and if you're going to throw the screen, Tebow, you got to get rid of the football. 4th and 14. Tebow throwing to the air. Incomplete. So they try to go to York on 4th down. They can't get it. It was double coverage. That's a failed 4th down conversion. He had it initially. Really good coverage by the safety, number 36. Popped that ball out. And with just about a minute on the clock, you can expect the Bone Collectors to run this clock out. Hamza Dinkins, decent carry here for 8. Here's the replay. Nice run, and they're gonna let the clock burn a little bit. I would expect him to burn as much clock as possible. Just get this game over with. This game is basically over. Burning the clock down. Play clock down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. They snap it. And Dinkins bumped at the line of scrimmage. Does get credited with a yard. So this is, I think, his best game of the season. 124 rushing yards. Well, best rushing game of the season. I would say best overall game, too. He has 5 touchdowns here in this game. That's really impressive. There's, I believe, just enough time on the play clock. They do not have to snap the ball again, but just to be safe, they're going to snap it one more time. They hand it to Jude. Jude gets a yard. Doesn't matter. 4th and inches. That's the end of this game. We're going to let the clock run out. And that does it for this game. Final score 38-26. Philadelphia beats San Antonio. So the Collectors come out on top against the Scorpions in a home game. I would personally, I know these rosters. I kind of expected that. Sometimes you do see the away team get the win. I was really shocked with the way the Scorpions played through the first half of the season, going 3-2. I honestly didn't think they would even win 3 games. If they can win 3 more games in the second half of the season, I think they would be in the playoff hunt, but they just lost 1. And I'd be really impressed if they could do that again. I really doubt it. They're not as, I don't think they're as good. Personally, I don't think they're as good as they played, or as they have played in the past. Player of the game goes to Hampton Dinkins, of course. 5 total touchdowns. 3 rushing, a kick return, and 1 receiving. Defensive player of the game goes to Rudolph Carnes, linebacker. Here's the team stats. Pause the video if you care about the team stats. Go ahead and, yeah, like I said, pause it if you're going to check those out. We're going to go check out the player stats. Jared Fogel only threw 10 passes. 18.8 yards per throw. That's really high. 10 passes is really low. He threw 1 touchdown, no picks, and had a really high completion percentage of 80. He played really good considering he only threw the ball 10 times. Other side, you have Tebow. Tim Tebow played pretty good for the Scorpions too. 74 completion percentage, 359 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. He played really good. He did everything he could with what he had, but his team, he just didn't have the weapons to win this game. Rushing, we'll go back to the Bone Collectors. Hamza Dinkins, 6.9 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns, 124 yards. Really great game running the ball. One of the best performances we have seen. That's a record. 3 rushing touchdowns in a game is a record, and 124 rushing yards in a game. That's also a record. Let's go ahead. Check out the rushing stats for the Scorpions. Malcolm Smith, 45 yards, 2.5 a carry. He did have a fumble. Not the best day for him. Looking at receiving, pretty spread out for the Bone Collectors. Hamza Dinkins had the touchdown. And then Scorpions, it was all Connor Randall and Ethan York, each with 10 grabs apiece. York with 2 touchdowns and Connor Randall with 1. 183 yards for Connor Randall. So he played pretty well, but they just couldn't really handle Hamza Dinkins. Here's the defensive stats for the Bone Collectors. You've got a sack from McGehee. Buscara got a sack and a forced fumble. Leak got a forced fumble. Saxon gets a sack. On the other side, here's their stats. Of course, you can pause this at any point if you want to check those out. No interceptions in this game. Field goal goes 2 for 2 from Santa Claus and 1 for 2 for the Bone Collectors. Landon John, he missed a 60-yard field goal. These stats are wrong. It says 0 of 1 from less than 29 yards. That actually means it's more than 50. They have the 1 to 29 and 50 plus. Those are flipped. It was a 60-yard field goal he missed. Punt returns, no one scored. Kick returns, Hamza Dinkins had an 87-yard touchdown, so that was nice for the Bone Collectors. And here's the score. Here's every single score in this game. And that wraps it up for this game. That's the end of it. Once again, final score 38-26. Bone Collectors beat the Scorpions. That does it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.